After 6 years of watching porn and fapping, this is how I finally beat my urges. Bro, I've been addicted to watching porn and fapping for 6 years, like I said. 6 years, bro. I used to do it like 4 times a day, watching websites that were even worse than Pornhub. Honestly, I was that horny. I literally used to download pictures on my phone when I went on a vacation with my family, like pictures of girls in like bikinis and swimsuits, and I was fucked up, honestly. I'm really horny. Bro, I literally tried everything you could imagine to try to beat my urges. I couldn't. You know, all the advice on the internet, bro, is honestly BS. Like, try to focus on the breath, bro. Try to transmute your sexual energy and control it, or realize you have the urge, or nothing worked. Or like, try to escape, all this bullshit. Try to decrease it step by step. Oh yeah, it doesn't work. It never worked for me, honestly. And especially for porn and masturbation, this advice never worked for me. Now, what actually worked for me and how I actually beat urges were 2 things. Just 2 things that only worked for me, bro. The first thing, bro, that actually worked for me, and please, bro, don't listen to that bullshit you hear right now, which is focus on the breath, you know, take a deep breath, take a deep breath. It doesn't work. It doesn't work, especially for this, bro. What actually worked for me, the single greatest tip I will ever tell you to stop watching porn and masturbating, is to change your physical location. Now, bear with me here, bear with me. I know you want to click off, but the reason you get urges, the reason you get horny, you want to fap, you keep thinking about those videos and you're like, should I do it, should I not, should I do it, should I not, is because you are in the place that you do it in. You are in the place that you usually fap in, right? And the way to beat all of your urges is to simply get up from the place and move somewhere else when you get an urge. It's that simple. It's that simple, bro. And you will realize this, you probably know that if you were addicted for like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years like me, you probably know that you only do it in one place, probably. Maybe 2, maybe you do it like in the shower, but there's probably one place, most likely your bed, that you do it in, right? Now, I'll tell you my story. I actually journaled about this, and I found out that I realized that I've been addicted for 6 years, right? 6 years to porn and masturbation, and every single time I would fap, I did it in my bed. Like, yeah, sometimes I would do it like in the shower or something like that, but 99% of the time, I'm doing it in my bed, and that's where I get my urges, right? And the way I actually beat my urges is every time I would get horny, I would get like a thought of like, bro, you're so horny, I should fap. I would think about those videos. I realized that, yes, I'm in the place that I do it in, so I'll just move. I'll just sit somewhere else, bro. That's all it takes, honestly. Is to just move. Move from the place you're in, because that's the place that you will get your urges. That's literally the best tip I've ever heard about how to stop and beat your urges, is to move from the place that you're in, that you get your urges in, and sit somewhere else. It's that simple. Like, literally no one talks about this, but this is the only thing that worked for me, honestly. Alright, so that's the first thing. Change your physical. Like, this is literally the easiest way to beat urges. Like, you don't have to take a deep breath and start thinking about, you know, Buddhist whatever, I don't know, but all it takes is to just get up from the place you're in and sit somewhere else. It's that simple. Right, now I'll give you some tips to make this easier, even easier than it is first of all, make that place you're gonna sit in very comfortable. Like, try to put a pillow, try to make it comfy, try to make it cozy, you know, make it very comfortable. And another thing, try to make it face away from your bed or the place that you fap in. All right, so those are the 2 tips I'll give you to make it easier. But it's really simple. Like if you're like on your phone, you're watching a video and you get an urge, like you start thinking about like you start thinking about like a pornographic video or a girl wearing a bikini or something like that, right? When you start thinking about that and you're watching your video, just get up with your phone, keep watching the video, don't stop it, and sit somewhere else. Just watch that video somewhere else. It doesn't actually have to be like in another room. It could be just a chair next to your bed. That's all it takes. Like I personally, I have like this bench next to my bed, and every time I get horny, I just sit on the bench and I just watch the video I'm watching. Or if I'm journaling, I would journal there. Or if I'm, reading, I would read there. So that's the first thing I will tell you, to beat your urges. Now the second tip I would give you, and this honestly changed my life, and I literally hear no one talk about this, but this is what actually worked for me, and this will work for you. And I call this break the bridge. Imagine like you're walking on like this bridge, right? And you're walking right here, and you get to a point where the bridge is broken, and you want to get right here, but the bridge is broken. So you have no other choice but to go back. You can't really go that place. But even if you really wanted to go to that place, you wouldn't like risk your life to go there, right? The same thing with this strategy, which I call break the bridge, right? So I'll give you my story. I'll give you like an example to understand this. Is I have like steps for fapping. So what happens is I get a thought. I start thinking about, a video I want to watch, or something that makes me horny, or an Instagram girl or a model or whatever. I start thinking about that. And when I start thinking about that, I start like humping my pillow. I start humping my pillow, honestly. And I get really horny. Then I start opening my phone, and I'm opening whatever like video or picture or whatever. Right? And after that, I just start fapping. So it's 4 steps. So I get a thought, I start humping my pillow, and then I open a video, and then I start fapping. What I did was, when I got a thought, I stopped acting on it, so I didn't hump my pillow. And when that happened, I didn't watch porn or fap. I basically broke the bridge. So I would get a thought, like right here, but then the bridge, I broke like 1 step here, so it broke this step, basically. When you remove 1 step, one like tile from the bridge, it breaks the entire section of the bridge. That makes sense? Like when I stopped acting on my thoughts, when I stopped humping my pillow, basically, I didn't really want to open porn or fap, basically, if that makes sense. And this is honestly what worked for me, is break the bridge. So what I want you to do is, you will find that you will do some certain steps to fap. Like you get a thought, then you do something, then you fap, then you watch porn, something like that. You do like steps, basically. Now what you do is you just break 1 step from these. You break just 1 step. Like I know this is it's a bit complicated, but it's really will destroy all your urges, bro. Like I get 0 urges because of this, because I stopped acting on my thoughts, basically. All right, these are literally the best ways to stop getting urges, and this is what made me stop getting urges forever, basically. All right, and as always, we're in this together, and we're gonna make it. I promise you, we're gonna make it together. Peace, take care.